All right, I'm coming back at you with another kind of like tank breakdown. I didn't actually break down the tank myself, but I bought kind of all the dry goods and all that. So I got the stand and the sump. And over there I got 120-gallon fish tank, which I might actually plan on replacing my 40-gallon breeder with and set this up in that place, and then my 40-gallon will become a quarantine tank. But came with some goodies, some brackets and whatnot in that bin. And the good news is this is only like a year and a half old. And if we look under here, it might be hard to see. That's the reason I got this. Same as last time. This is a reef breeder light. I highly recommend these and I love them. But basically I bought it because of this, and it was a little out of my way, but I was in the area doing some stuff, so I was like, might as well. Got this nice, really nice sump that fits perfectly in here. And I got a bunch of kind of more gyres, heaters, pumps, and all that jazz. But while I was kind of up in Wisconsin, I also got, don't mind the mess, and this is the reason why I was up there, I got my bike frame fixed. I've been to this guy before, a little sidetrack, but I cracked a frame right here. Can barely tell, could probably tell a little bit, but right here where my thumb is, but basically cracked it, got it fixed. Now I gotta put it together before I do Chicago Grit. I don't think I will because it starts this Friday. So, and today is Tuesday night and it's currently like 10 o'clock at night. I just got back home, but basically got this set up. But basically, I keep saying basically, but while I was there, I also got all these books for a really good deal. I got a bunch of these books. He just gave them to me. But I got a bunch of these coral books, the coral magazines, and I think he said there was 58 of them, and I think I paid $50 for the whole thing. So I would say that's a pretty good deal. I'm gonna be occupied for a while just reading those. I might make it a daily thing because there's so many of them. Then I got a couple more books, so that's always nice. But yeah, that's kind of the update for now. And I'm gonna spend some time kind of going through everything, debating if I'm gonna set this up and trying to find room in the garage. This side usually has a car, but at the moment does not, because one of my sisters came home from college, dumped a bunch of stuff there, so I will cut back to when everything's kind of put away. And you know what? I'm going to actually show you guys. I have been setting up for a Coral Frag show. It's in August, so not too long away. It's in a few weeks. August 1st and 2nd, so it'll be a 2-day event, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, basically I'm gonna be doing that. I will show you I kind of have it set up right now, just as like a mock setup, just to see. So I'll cut back to you when I get there. All right, so I'm back downstairs. Don't mind that. I was just drinking that. It was pretty hot outside. This is going to be my setup for any coral show that I do. Everything should be closing up. It's about 11 o'clock right now. I got to turn these lights off. They're on manual right now, so click of a button, it turns off and on. But yeah, I was just doing like a mock setup while I had time, just so I could see. I've never done this before, so I wanted to see how everything worked. And everything turned out really nicely. But yeah, filled out all the racks. I could probably squeeze one more rack right here, but I don't think I am. Like I could push all this over and then fit some more pieces down here, or I can leave them a little separated. I'm not too sure what to do yet. I will probably make one more coral order, who knows. This is about all the stuff I have right now. I'm going to do a fragging session tomorrow so that everything has about 3 weeks to heal, or not 3 weeks, about four weeks to heal. Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon, but yeah. If we could take that lens off, everything's now very blue. I could turn these off now. I'm gonna move all these back into that tank today. It's gonna be a late night. But I got another reef breeder light. It is the same version as these two, and it has the bracket. So I'm going to put this light onto this tank over here. This will be on the other side, but I'm just gonna have it set. And I guess it's gonna be that tall now, but I am going to buy another bracket for this one here, just so that this tank is just the same height. And I can easily take it on and off. So the idea is maybe I'll put it onto here for a frag show, because I really like using reef breeder lights, so I could easily put these on here and just have it extended over the tank, and it'll look pretty nice. And it'll be the same spectrum that I use at home, where this is a different spectrum because this is a different light. I try to match it the same, but the LED lights are all different, from this one to that one to whichever one that I use. That is why I'm moving everything to reef breeders. I hopefully want to get a partnership with them eventually and get the Meridians, because those sound really nice, but I've just been scooping up these wherever I can and whenever I can afford it. So basically I got everything, that 120 gallon today, for a used price of this. So I actually just wanted the light, but he actually didn't want to sell just the light. He wanted to combine everything with it. So I ended up getting everything. So besides the tank and fish tank can stand upstairs, I got a few things I got to sort through. I got a nice new kind of fish holder system, Hannah, but this will go into the sump, which is right here. This was the sump connected to it. If I do set up that tank again, I don't know if I'm going to put this sump in it. If anything, I'm tempted to put it like on the floor, like right here. I don't know how easily accessible it will be, but basically this is just like a little hard piece that I could take on and off. I was gonna put a lowboy here, and have it connected to here, which will then connect to over there. But all right, before I got interrupted, I was talking about connecting two lowboys together and putting it into the current sump, which is over yonder. Between the cuts, I took out all the coral and emptied this out. But this is the current sump, and there's two holes that are plugged up right here. So my idea is turn this into a frag tank, make that into a overflow, and put, I keep walking back and forth, but use this sump as the new sump, and put all the filtration in here, because it is a nice sump. It's also a really big sump. It's clean looking, and I'm pretty sure it should fit right here, right down here. So I would connect all of this to that sump. I'm wondering if it's enough, but I think it should be fine. But I would just have to redo some plumbing, and And then I could just plumb this into there, and this will become like a Zoa tank or whatnot. But yeah, there's that. So I might plan on doing that instead of having two low void tanks connected to each other, moving to the sump. But yeah, in the cut, I put all the coral back into here. So this is all the coral laid out. It's a lot of coral. I'm gonna turn the light off because it's currently about 12 o'clock, so it's pretty late. I'm filling up the RODI water reservoir system. I like this current setup, but I wish I did some things differently, like, why is this in the corner? I don't like that. I think next time I'd rather scoot this all the way to the end and then have the RODI sit right here. And I feel like I'm wasting a lot of space under here. I have a 100-gallon tank, so I want to utilize that. So I think I mentioned this in the past. I want to bring this down to the ground level and then have a 4-foot by 8-foot tank right here, push it to the wall, and right here sits all the electronics. That's the idea, or so the hope. So yeah, that's kind of the update for now. And oh right, actually I forgot, half this video was about all this fun stuff, but we got a bunch of fun stuff in here. We got a big pipe for some reason, some extra fish food, new light spectrum. But I gotta go sort through all this. I don't know what's in here and what's not in here. But I got a nice new skimmer. I don't know how well it works. I haven't tested it. I don't know what type it is. It seems to be like an older one in my opinion. I'm not entirely sure. But we got a bunch of pumps and whatnot. You know what? The little sidetrack. I'm actually gonna, before I forget and this overflows, let me switch this. This is super nice. This is, I have an RODI reservoir that builds up. So basically I plug it and I have this really long tube that stretches out. Goes all the way into the back room, but I like, it's so much easier to fill stuff. I got water in here, but it makes it so much easier to fill these reservoirs without having to haul 5-gallon buckets everywhere. Because in order to fill those reservoirs, that's about, that's a 30-gallon brute bucket and a 60-gallon tank in the back, so it's about 80-90 gallons worth of water, and this is about 5 gallons, so it makes things a lot easier. I don't spill as much. But basically when I'm done, I just plug it with my finger like this. Make sure I don't splash it anywhere, but I'm going to fill this up all the way, and then I'll show you the back room. I don't remember if I showed you guys or not. I'm pretty sure I did, but it's pretty cool. I just got a new pump for it like a few months ago because the one that I had beforehand, it shorted out on me, so close that up. And then I just drag this with me. Oh, I'm losing my grip. And then I gotta put my phone down because I need 2 hands for this, but there we go. And then I let out the extra pressure in here. It's super handy. This will dry up and evaporate. Usually I don't always do that. I usually just leave it in the 60-gallon. I normally do that one first, but I kind of did things out of order. But basically, this is the RDI. This is a saltwater mixer. I have it currently filled up to here, but I let this run half a day and this fills up because I got a new RODI unit. I think I showed you guys. It is a, I think 7-stage. So I got, and it's 200 gallons per day. So that's really nice. I got 3 blocks. So I got 1 sediment, 1 carbon, or 2 carbon. And I got DI resin. No, sorry. This is the DI resin. So there's 3 of these. So, and I got a little TDS meter up here. So it's almost time for me to switch it. Whenever that reaches too high of a number, I like to keep that at 0. So I think it's time to change it. Just because the water hue is a little, it has a lot of metals in it. So I don't like having any of that come through, because when I do, I feel like my coral starts to brown out a little. So I think it's time to change these filters. And yeah, let me go back to over here. Let me go back over here. And pretty. All right, let's go back over here and see what we got. So I got a bunch of pumps here. He did say there was, not exactly sure what there is here. He kind of just, I think these are, a lot of these are J-Cod, but there is one of those DMPs. This is the DMP 40. So I currently have one on there. It works great, but the only problem with mine is that since it's slanted, it kind of sits uneven, and sometimes it doesn't set right and this thing shakes. But only when I run it at 100%. If I don't run it at 100%, it tends to, it's totally fine. So it's only when I run these at 100%, because I run the other one down there at like 30%, this one's at 100%. This one has problems, the other one doesn't, so I guess it's user error. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get all this set up, but I got a nice couple heaters. It looks like there's the L1. So I was thinking of, I don't know if I already mentioned this in the video. So this will become 120 gallon. This will be the kind of display walking in, and then all this is set up for it temporarily. I want to put all this away, clean this up, because I don't like seeing a mess, even though I feel like it's a mess almost all the time. But the 40 gallon's going to sit right over here. It's going to sit right here. I think it'll fit pretty perfectly right there. I might extend this out just a tad just in this area, but that'll be the new quarantine tank. Yeah, I think that is all I got for you guys today. And thank you for watching, and I hope I see you guys on the next one.